Happy Thursday, Saints fans. Hope everybody out there is having a good day. Be sure to subscribe to the channel for more New Orleans Saints news, rumors, free agency buzz, trades, and of course some draft coverage as well. And for those of you who have already subscribed, be sure to type S down in the comments. Producer Trace, who is our resident Who Dat #1 member here at Chat Sports, he's going to be reading the comments, and hey, we might give some shout-outs on a future show. So type S in the comments if you've subscribed, and if you haven't subbed, go ahead and do so right now. Welcome in. Before we kick off today's show, first of all, my name is Harrison Graham, hosting today's video. We at Chat Sports and here at Saints Now wanted to give our thoughts and prayers to everybody impacted by the storms in New Orleans. I know it's been a tough time, so our thoughts go out to you. Hopefully everybody is doing all right. All right, you're watching Saints Now by Chat Sports. Harrison Graham here once again. Let's get into some rumors around Odell Beckham Jr. Could he be a guy to target for the New Orleans Saints? Well, PFF bet plus 300 odds for OBJ to join New Orleans. And obviously, coming off that torn ACL in the Super Bowl, it's unclear when he will be cleared medically, but you need some more wide receivers after Michael Thomas. It's something we've talked about quite a bit. Getting Thomas back is nice, but you're going to need a whole lot more because we don't really know how this is all going to come together for New Orleans behind Michael Thomas. Who knows what Traquan Smith's future is going to be? Can Marquez Callaway take that next step? Who actually knows? Depth is important. You can't emphasize that enough. And the thing about OBJ, if he's healthy, that's a really good 1-2 punch with him and Michael Thomas catching passes from Jameis Winston this year. Now, again, just know this with OBJ, who was tremendous with the Rams when you look at his statistics with them, especially in the playoffs. He was awesome. But just know you may not have him healthy until midseason. You know, there's reports out there he may not be cleared until November. I like OBJ quite a bit. I thought he rebuilt his stock and his image during his time with the LA Rams, but you just have to factor in that he has not been able to stay consistently healthy, and now he has 2 ACL tears. But you see the numbers, 7 touchdowns, almost 600 yards with the Rams, and that was as like their number 2 or 3 receiver. Do you want the Saints to sign OBJ? Type OBJ for yes. Type no BJ for no, and nobody wants that. So type OBJ for yes if you want New Orleans to sign Odell Beckham. Now, OBJ already has almost been a member of the Saints before. And, of course, the LSU connection, the connection down to the boot, you got to factor all that stuff in there as well. And he almost went there before the Rams. They were a team in the mix for him after the Browns moved on from OBJ. So I think he would be open to it if the contract was right. So keep that in mind when it comes to Odell Beckham Jr. This is why you should subscribe to Saints Now, interactive Saints content, the latest news, rumors, and updates, and a whole lot more. More subs equals more videos. And best part about all of it, it's 100% free, and producer Trace is busting his ass getting out videos for you guys. So hit that sub button. Let's continue to grow this channel. Next up here on Saints Now by Chat Sports, Terron Armstead replacements. He, of course, signed that 5-year, $75 million contract with the Miami Dolphins up to $87.5 million. Congrats to him. The team thanked him. He thanked the Saints. I think it's all good there. New Orleans just didn't want to invest huge money in a guy who has had some injury problems in recent years. But we wanted you guys to have the opportunity to thank Terron Armstead as well. Type 72 to say thanks and wish him good luck in Miami. Good run in New Orleans. Just injuries have been kind of the story, especially this past season when he only played in 8 games. Once a member of the Saints, always a member. Who dat? Type 72 to wish Terron Armstead good luck as he now protects Tua Tagovailoa. All right, so 5 guys that we're going to break down here that could replace Armstead. Internal guy, Ryan Ramczyk, who signed that big deal as this team's right tackle about 1.5 years ago. But there's been some chatter. Maybe you could kick him out to left tackle. I think he's certainly capable of doing it. PFF grading last year, he was excellent, especially as a run blocker. Still really good as a pass blocker as well. The question you got to ask yourself if you're New Orleans, number one, he is paid like a left tackle, so you could do it from that sense. But do you want to mess that up? Like, he's an elite right tackle. Do you want to kick him out to left and risk him not being the same level of player? He could certainly do it. The question is, do you want to risk it? Because, A, you still have to get a right tackle at that point, and B, you know what you have with him at right tackle. What you don't want is to move him to left tackle, invest in a right tackle elsewhere, and then he's not good at left tackle. So I'm confident that he could play over there. The question is, do you want to go that route? Could depend on if they land some of these other guys. Speaking of which, let's go to Trevor Penning next up here out of Northern Iowa. He's been getting a lot of buzz leading up to the draft. He's going to go round 1, I believe. 6'7", 321. He is just massive. I mean, his PFF grade was off the charts. Now, lesser competition, of course, coming out of UNI, but I think he's got a chance to be a day one starter in the NFL at left tackle. Good prospect. One of the better offensive line players in this class. And if you pair him with Ryan Ramczyk, then that's a pretty good left tackle, right tackle combination. So I would be definitely very interested in him. Should the Saints draft an offensive tackle or a wide receiver in the first round? Two needs, of course, for New Orleans. Type OT or type WR. I think it depends on how the board plays and, of course, if some of these needs get filled in free agency. But right now, based on what we know and how this roster sits, which route would you rather go? Bernard Raymond next up here on our Terron Armstead replacements. Central Michigan, he's got some tackle guard flexibility. I like Penning more, but I do like the versatility of a guy like Raymond. Could fall to the second round here too, so maybe you go receiver round 1, get Raymond in round 2. That could be an option for New Orleans. I think he's an interesting name to keep in mind in this NFL draft, a draft that's actually pretty good for offensive line talent this year. Let's go back to free agency. Dwayne Brown, who is certainly older. I think he's 36 now, but still a good player. Didn't have his best season last year, but PFF still graded him out pretty solid overall. 71 overall, pass and run blocking just under 70. So that's, average, above average play there. 6'4", 315. He's still a good player. Now, he's not Terron Armstead, but he doesn't get hurt quite as often as Armstead, despite being older. I think on a 1 or 2 year deal, if you kind of want to just put a Band-Aid on at left tackle while you address some other needs. And then maybe in next year's draft, you draft a left tackle. That could be an option as well. I think Dwayne Brown is still a starting caliber player, and I think he would be just fine in New Orleans. Eric Fisher next up from the Indianapolis Colts after he spent, a long time with the Kansas City Chiefs. Coming off an Achilles, he was, average-ish, I would say, 68 PFF grade last year, but not bad first year off an Achilles. He was a good run blocker, which I believe the Saints are going to want to run the football again quite a bit. Obviously, you hope that pass blocking improves a little, but you would think, typically after a major injury, it's that second season off of it, you kind of return back to closer to normal, so hopefully that would be the case here for Eric Fisher. I think he's a good option. Could be a little bit cheaper as well. I think you could get him, for under $10 million per year. Name your top Terron Armstead replacement for 2022. We might have left a name off that you would like to pursue. Let us know and let us and hit that sub button on this video so we can grow this channel. Type S if you've already subscribed.